Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, and the Wolfpack is gathering and starting to howl in Carter Finley Stadium as they are ready to see NC State go to work. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Miami Hurricanes taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Miami's offense will have the first possession of the game. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Leaves it with the running back. And the ball's on the ground. The defense pounced on that, and now they're headed the other way. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here. The result of the play stands. Here comes the offense on first down. Flips it out in the flat. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catches, plenty to give them a first down. NC State needs to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll throw it on first down. He's got his man. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Pushes for the goal line. Touchdown, Wolfpack! He would not be denied.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be dragged down. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give to the back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. He's got it again. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Just a short pass to the tight end. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Canes will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover it.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. A strike downfield. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Coastal Carolina answered the bell away from Conway today with an impressive victory. The Chanticleers knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team.
Quickly complete.
A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. It's complete. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the middle. It's caught. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He'll take a shot. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fella on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Raleigh. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
The Hurricanes will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around. He's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering it? Great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
The offense starts with a short field. They'll leave it with him. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Grab near the marker. It's Meadows. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Just feeds the running back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? 3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
Really nice job by awareness, too, from that guy. He's working the back line of the end zone. It's so easy to step out of bounds there, but he knew where it was, and when he made the catch, he made sure just to get one toe down to secure the TD.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point was good, no incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. All tied up and just about set to kick it away.
Number 16, set to kick this one away.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. He's going to pass. quickly to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
On the play. Brings up second down. That's the end of the third quarter.
We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A third down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. They go to the draw. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Right back to the well. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Using the spin move. Oh, look out, the ball's free. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Well, this is the point of a game in the fourth quarter where turnovers matter so much. The defense knows if they can just find a way to steal a possession, they're giving themselves an opportunity to win it, and they do it right there. Physical play, you see the speed, and they're able to create the TO.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. He's looking for an open man on second down. He's going to take off. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He wants to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Huge moment coming here as they try to quiet this raucous, crazy crowd. Give to the back. Makes one man miss. Busts through behind his pad. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Oregon State has the lead right now, but this Reser Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip.
They're up by 10 over Western Kentucky.
And another
We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Makes the catch. It's Mayer. Breaks the tackle. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's taking the deep shot. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and now just 1 point away from a tie.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
This is supposed to be the easiest play in football, except when there's this much pressure. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And now the hit knocks it loose. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They've put themselves in prime position right here, Jesse, to have a chance to win the game.
So how about this offensive line, David? Can they get some push? Because you're expecting them now to run the football to help the kicker out.
You're in a great situation. You're not in a rush. You don't have to hurry up. You know what you need to go out here, lead the clock, and kick the game-winning field goal.
Kick comes up short, and he's going to try to bring it back.
That's the end of regular
4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Off the play fake on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they're on top here in overtime.
Man, you talk about striking first and creating some momentum in overtime. The first play, you take it to the house and you flip the whole game and put all the pressure on the other sideline. Palmer, that's how you start an OT.
Yeah, and David, that's just 11 guys on offense locked in. First play, score a touchdown, put all the pressure on your opponent. They understand what it's going to take to win this football.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Looking to scramble. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. This crowd knows when to bring it. to the air on first down. Fires to the end zone. Oh, and it's intercepted. A turnover in overtime. And the takeaway will put the finishing touches on this one. This is one of the best games we've called this season. A thriller, and it comes down to the wire here in overtime.
I could watch these two teams play another 6 times this year, just back and forth, trading blows, offenses coming up with explosive plays, big hits all over the field. David, this is what college football is all about.
No doubt. I love your excitement. Where's the defensive mentions? Some good defense out there, too, there, homeboy. I know it's not just offenses that get you excited. Some defensive plays, too. Nip and tuck the whole game, decide in overtime, crushing loss.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another